Hello to all my single, sassy, sexy mummies. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're feeling better than I am. Yeah, I am just in, I'm still in a funny emotional space dealing with certain things, but I still wanted to share things that are helping me get through this. So if you are a single mother out there and you're dealing with something right now that emotionally it is just taking you off balance, you're thinking, how's it going to affect you? How's it going to affect your child? You can't help but think about the future, think about the past. Then I'm here to share some tips with you. So surprisingly, this quote actually came from the person that's causing me stress. But no, I can't even say they're causing me stress. But the quote is, where you place blame, you place power. And at first I was like, what does that mean? Like, I don't. And then it hit me. With this situation that I'm dealing with, it's so easy for me to say it's because of them that I'm feeling this way. It's because of their actions that I'm feeling this way. And it's not. It's not at all. That quote kept coming back to mind, and I thought, I can't keep blaming that person and the way they choose to live their lives on how I'm feeling right now. That is my responsibility, and I have to take responsibility for my own feelings. Nobody else can deal with them, only I can. So, even to the point where I'm having to repeat to myself, it is a choice for you to think about this, it is a choice for you to feel this way. What is the root of the issue? So when I was thinking, okay, it's this person's fault that I'm feeling this way, I had to really delve deep into myself and say, no, why am I feeling this way? Because this isn't about them. It isn't. It's all about me. It's about it bringing up certain thoughts I used to have, thoughts I thought I'd let go of, feelings I never thought I would feel again in my life. It's made me reflect back on even things that I spoke about when I was in therapy, and it's just brought a lot of it up. And I have had to sit down and journal my life away and write down the foundation and the root of my issue. Um, and even once I figured that out, it doesn't mean after that you're going to be all hunky dory. So let's just say one of the root of my issues is that if this person doesn't do things in the way that I would like them to do things, then my status as a single mother is never going to change. And that is something that I've battled with, I've made videos about. I have my ups and downs with that words in general. Um, but that's what it truly was. It truly was a case of, I want them to act in a certain way so then I can feel better about my position that I'm in life. And that's nobody else's responsibility. I'm in the position I am in life, yes, because of somebody else's actions, but also because of my own choices. And I take accountability for choosing the person that I did and being in the situation that I was in, but it still doesn't make it any easier. But I feel like when you take the blame from putting it on somebody else or a circumstance, you do actually gain back a lot more of your power. Because yes, I've still had days, mornings, afternoons where I've cried like a baby. Um, but when I remind myself of why I'm feeling this way, it does just kind of help to counteract all those emotions that I've been feeling. And also, I've been reading a book. Let me just get, because I know I have to keep my mind busy because my, what's the word that, ruminating? Yes, I'm a ruminator. If you don't know what that means, it means you think too much and you keep thinking about the same thing again and again and again and again and again. But yeah, the book that I've been reading is by Don Miguel Ruiz and Barbara Emery's The Three Questions: How to Discover and Master the Power Within You. So I have listened to the audio of the Four Agreements, which I love. I love, I love, I love. I really do try and live by the Four Agreements, but like with a lot of things, you come out of habit, you forget the things that you were doing and thinking and how you were acting. But Let me just read a little section of this book, which I hope is allowed. So it says, a phone to our ear may make us appear less crazy, and it may help us to feel less alone, but we don't need the phone or the friend. If we feel miserable at times, it's because we're believing something that's not true. We're hearing our own voice scolding us. When it does, we're children again, afraid and bewildered. We're teenagers again, knowing for sure we'll be grounded. We're drunk drivers about to be pulled over and fined. The voice is ours, however it sounds, and we can stop it. So, one of the things I've been doing since reading this book is literally when I'm having unwanted thoughts in my head, I'm just saying no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And I'm trying to actually not think anything at all because yeah, just the way that book is written, it's really made it clear that we really do make up the majority of things that we're thinking about. Yes, because of society and things that we watch and read, we get ideas, but then it's us that makes up the narrative of what we believe. So one of the things that I keep thinking is he's never going to change. And when I have that thought, I have to just say to myself, I don't need to think that. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not responsible for anyone's actions. I don't know the future. Because even saying that now, my eyes have started to water. Um, and another thing that I loved that, is it Don Miguel? Yeah, Don Miguel Ruiz said was that your thoughts create your emotions. So you see how I just thought that and then my emotions began, and then your emotions are signaling to you how you feel. So I know that is not a good thinking thought for me. I just do not need to think that thought, and it will come back, and then again I need to just say no, thank you. I don't need to think that thought, and it helps as well to tell yourself the truth. That's another thing that he mentions. Like, question yourself, question your thoughts and what you're thinking. So like with me in that thought, how do I know that for sure? Who am I to say that somebody else is not capable of doing something? I do not know what this person does on a daily basis. I don't know what they're doing right now. I don't know what they've been doing for the past how many years. Um, I just don't know what could be possible. So that statement isn't actually true. It's something that I feel and part of me believes, but it's not absolute truth. So if you are dealing with a tough situation right now, dealing with a tough person, that will definitely help. And the last thing I would say is, okay, so I feel like I personally have a very masculine voice and a very feminine voice. The very masculine voice of mine is very, very fearful, very defensive, um, just puts themselves down, very low self esteem, very negative. And then my more feminine voice is just a lot more open, a lot more calm, a lot more optimistic, um, also a lot more giving and generous. So I have these two voices, and right now as well, when I'm thinking, I'm asking myself, is it my masculine voice or is it my feminine voice? And I don't want anyone to take offense to this if you're naturally masculine, very masculine or feminine, but for me, my voices actually have names, and I ain't trying to sound like a crazy person and tell you lot my voices names. So we're just gonna call them masculine and feminine. But I did realize that there's a voice that is just very ready for battle is the best way I can describe it. I have this voice that is ready to and and then this other voice that is a lot more in tune with my spirituality and wanting to be calm and just the feminine charm and aspects of being a mother. And when I'm having thoughts now, I'm having to ask myself, okay, is it this masculine voice or is it my feminine voice? Because I know I would always much prefer to speak from my feminine voice. And even to the point where I've had certain thoughts that I know are my feminine voice, and my masculine voice, I can hear it being like, are you a dickhead? Why would you even think to be so nice and do those things? Um, so yeah, that's another thing that is helping me, and I think it's just becoming more aware and conscious of what you're thinking and how it is making you feel, and then gaining the control to ultimately stop those thoughts, but at least change them to healthier thoughts. Like, even right now, I'm looking at this camera and I'm like, ugh, I should have taken my hair down in a pony, out of the ponytail. It looks like a little round thing. But no, actually, this is what my hair would look like if it was in a bob. Like, just change the way that you're speaking to yourself. And I know it is not easy. It is not easy to keep up. It's not easy to build the habit. But even that, I need to change and say it's going to be easy. I know there are certain things about myself that I have changed, and I never thought I would be able to ever be the sort of woman that I am now. And I'm that woman. So even if that took me 3 years to really see a real change, it means that it can happen. So I just want you to know that you're not going through things alone. Well, actually, you are going through it alone. But there is somebody else out there in the world who can relate to the emotions that you're feeling. I hope my words of encouragement and advice can hopefully help you to feel that little bit better today, even if it's just a little bit, because mummies, I feel you. It is a challenge. It is a lifetime job that we get no rule books for. It is emotionally draining, but it's the best job in the world that we could have. And I feel so blessed to be a mother and to have been able to raise my child to be the sort of child that he is, because there's certain aspects of him that are better than me. He even said it himself. Like, I think I made a comment to him about oh, that he's really mature, and he's like, yeah, I'm more mature than you. And I was like, and he said, oh no, because I know when you were my age, you were probably like, you know, having more fun and wanting to be outside more. And yes, when I was his age, I was doing too much. So yeah, just be proud of yourself. Our kids are not perfect. They're not meant to be perfect, and we are not perfect. But the fact that we are raising them, we're feeding them, we are trying to provide them with the best that we can, you need to be proud of yourself. And if nobody's told you recently, you are doing an amazing job and you're going to get through it. So I'm going to leave that there. If you've got through the entire video and you've liked it, even just a tiny bit, please just press the thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more videos from me. I'm really trying to make my channel grow because I want to connect. I want to connect with other single mummies. I want you lot to know that we're all out here doing the best we can. So as always, be the best you that you can be, and I'll be back again with another video.